Students, welcome to chemistry online classes. Today we are going to discuss Born-Lande equation. Now, see here, Born-Lande equation, Born-Lande equation and calculation of lattice enthalpy or lattice energy. So before going to discuss about Born-Lande equation, first of all, what is meant by lattice enthalpy or lattice energy we have to discuss. Now see here, suppose consider here two ions are present, that is Na plus in gaseous state, in Cl minus it is also in gaseous state. Suppose these are at infinite distance. Infinite distance means there is no any interaction between this cation and there is no any interaction between this cation and this anion. So no interaction means that distance is called infinite distance. Okay. Now this much distance, this much or any distance. Infinite means don't think so is something differently. Now here between plus and minus there is no attraction, that is called infinite distance. Now we are bringing close to each other. Why we have to bring close to each other? In order to form the one crystal. Now see here. Now how many ions we require here? Suppose if we want to form the 1 mole of NaCl crystal. Okay. 1 mole of NaCl crystal if you want to form here, we need to bring how many number of these cations and anions are required. Now, how many number of Na plus and Cl minus ions are required, or how many number of Na plus and Cl minus ions are interacting each other to form the 1 mole of NaCl crystal. During this interaction, some amount of energy will be releasing, that is called lattice enthalpy or lattice energy. What is lattice energy? The amount of energy released during the formation of 1 mole of crystal from its constituent ions. Constituent ions means what? Cation and anion. So this is the definition of lattice energy or lattice enthalpy. So lattice enthalpy can be calculated by Born-Lande equation. Now what is Born-Lande equation? We are going to derive now. Now first of all we need to understand very clearly this whatever the definition is here, lattice energy definition. What is the lattice energy definition? The amount of energy released during the formation of 1 mole of crystal from its constituent gaseous ions is known as lattice enthalpy or lattice energy. This released energy is known as lattice enthalpy or lattice energy. Now how we are going to calculate this? Now what is the Born-Lande equation? This we are going to derive now. Z1e and Z2e, these two are the, this is let us assume like a cation. Now Z2e like a anion. Both are present in a single compound. Both are present in a single compound. We need to, I am slowly teaching this concept because in order to understand very clearly, we have to learn very slowly here. Now suppose here one is cation, one is anion. Both are present in a single compound only, but this compound will be present in a vapor state. Vapor state. So in this vapor state, both will be interacting each other. So both are suppose separated by the distance r. So both are separated by the distance r. Now before they are present in a crystal, so whenever they are interacting each other, some kind of attractive force is present here. Here Z stands for positive charge on the cation Now Z2 stands for negative charge on the anion. Now see here, let us talk about this one. Wherever these interactions are present, either between any two anions or cations, or between any two anions you take, or between any two cations you take, or between one cation anion if you take, also there is a existence of some potential energy will be creating here. No interaction means potential energy becomes zero. So therefore, suppose this is cation means positively charged species, this is anion means negatively charged species. Between these some kind of attractive forces here, that is called as electrostatic potential energy. Electrostatic potential energy U is equal, this can be written here, minus Z1 Z2, this is E into E square by R. How we are getting this one? This we are obtaining from the formula. In physics we will learn that potential energy formula, potential energy is equal 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R. So according to this formula we are getting potential energy formula. Potential energy is equal 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R. Here Q1 meaning is Z1E, one charge, Q2 refers to another charge. Both are cation means it is having positive charge, anion refers to negative charge. Okay, plus into minus, minus we got here. But according to this formula, here Q1 also plus, here Q2 also plus. In case of potential energy formula, we must substitute with sign only. Without sign we should not consider like forces, right? Now this is the potential energy formula. Now this is for attractive force. This is for attractive force. Now repulsive forces also sometime it will be operating, that is repulsive forces is equal capital B by R power n. Okay. Now see here, from this we understand, actually I did not write here 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, it is also equal to K. Now this 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught I am going to substitute here, I am going to write here at the end of the equation. So because why I am writing here, repulsive forces also, due to repulsive forces also some kind of potential energy present here. How we are going to get this? Suppose one crystal is here. In this crystal, suppose here Na plus Cl minus, again here Na plus Cl minus. Now this Cl minus will be attracted by this Na plus, and between this Cl minus, this Na plus attractions are present, and between this Cl minus and this Cl minus some kind of repulsions are present. That means within the same crystal, there is a possibility to occur the electrostatic attractive forces. There is a possibility to occur the electrostatic repulsive forces also. See here, because NaCl, Na plus Cl minus, here also Na plus Cl minus I have written, unlike charges attract each other. This Cl minus, this Na plus will attract, this Cl minus can repel another Cl minus, this one Na plus can repel another Na plus. That means from this we understand, within the same crystal, between same charges some kind of repulsive forces are there, and between unlike charges some kind of attractive forces are there. As a result of that, due to interaction some kind of energy will be storing. That energy is called potential energy. But which potential energy? Electrostatic potential energy, that we are going to discuss now. Now see here, now entire interactions or entire potential energy if you want here, total potential energy is equal, now we need to write here potential energy due to attraction plus potential energy due to repulsion. This can be taken here. Now see here, total potential energy, U stands for potential energy. Now Potential energy due to attraction, what in this crystal? Now potential energy due to attraction, this is the formula I'm writing over here, minus Z1 Z2 E square by R plus here what is here, B by R power m. But your doubt, what is meant by B here, what is meant by n here, this we are going to discuss right now. That also here B stands for empirical constant. B stands for empirical constant. It is also known as repulsive force or repulsive force constant. Repulsive force constant. The better to remember, we can see here empirical constant. This is also known as repulsive constant or repulsive coefficient also. Sometime we can learn here. Now n stands for what? What is meant by n here? N meaning is, this is known as, this n is called Born exponent. Born exponent. Born exponent. One more term also we are going to write right now. Here, total potential energy is equal to, just now I told you here, potential energy due to attraction plus potential energy due to repulsion. Now then U total is equal, this I am writing. So attractive force, the formula just now we have taken minus Z1 Z2 E square by R plus repulsion formula already we have written, B by R power m. So this constant let us write very clearly. Here B stands for empirical constant. So this represents structure of the crystal. B, empirical constant, describes structure of the crystal. Now see here, what is meant by n here? So n stands for Born exponent. Born exponent. Its value varies from, n value varies from 6 to 12. So very important here. Now let us talk about one more constant term also we are going to introduce here. Now in this we need to write here one more constant term, that is A. A stands for, I am writing here directly, A stands for Madelung constant. A stands for Madelung constant. This overall equation I am multiplying with the term is known as Avogadro number. Here then total potential energy is equal, you need to multiply with Avogadro number, that is Na. Na means what? 6.023 into 10 power 23, that is nothing but 1 mole. Because we are discussing in order to form the 1 mole of crystal, therefore we are taking this number Na. Okay, right? So therefore U total becomes here, you need to multiply with Na, this entire equation, then minus A. So here space is not enough, I will erase this, again I will rewrite. This equation multiply with Avogadro number now. Multiply with Na, Avogadro number, then we will get Ut is equal minus A, then it becomes Na Z1 Z2 E square by R plus, again we need to write here, into multiply, it is a constant, one more constant you need to write here, that is, or else you need to give like that only. Suppose let it be one constant b dash. Now after multiplying with b dash into one more Avogadro number, that I am writing here b. Okay, because this is b dash. B dash is converting into b. What is mean by b here? You can write b is equal b dash into na. Right? Now b into r power n here. Then, but one thing we need to understand here. So this I am going to describe with help of potential energy graph here again. Some few things we need to discuss. Now here repulsive forces are, some repulsions are here, or repulsive forces are present here. Now this is attractive force. This represents potential energy graph here. Already we have discussed. Now in this what happens? Now both ions are in gaseous state. I told you this now. Suppose I am assuming like whatever the gaseous state ions I have taken, Z1E. Okay. Now this is Z2E. Both ions are separated by some distance R. I told you. Okay. Before coming in contact with R distance, they will be at infinite distance. Infinite distance means if R is equal to infinite, then potential energy is 0. Why potential energy 0? Whenever there is a interaction, there is a potential energy will be there. So there is no attraction, there is no repulsion means we cannot define potential energy. Also potential energy will be 0. Potential energy can be defined as long as either attraction or repulsion will be there. Till that time only we can define the potential energy. At infinite distance means there is no any interaction, means attraction is not there between Z1E and Z2E, like cation and anion. Now see here, whenever they are coming to with r distance, they are coming in contact, both of this, then gradually its energy what happen, again they are coming closer to each other like this. Now gradually due to their attraction, energy of the system what happen decreases like this. At a particular distance what happen here, gradually coming closer again coming closer, again coming closer. At a particular distance what happen, for every time due to attractive force, already we have discussed, attractive force decrease the energy of a system. Okay, attractive force decrease the energy of a system means, already I told you, this is like a cation, this is like a anion. Okay, cation and anion are interacting each other. Interaction means what? This is cation is having positive charge, anion is having negative charge. Both are attracting each other. So if they are close to each other means their attractive force increases. Attractive force increases, then energy of the system decreases. So energy of the system decreases means which energy? Potential energy. So potential energy of the system gradually decreasing here like this. Now due to, so first of all this much distance is there. Now suppose infinite distance, no interaction. At this distance, suppose r distance, interaction started. Now come closer, means attraction again increases, again come closer, again attraction increases, because this is plus, suppose this is minus. Again come closer, again attraction increases. Gradually attraction increasing at a particular distance, but every time how long they are interacting each other, till the time every time they are releasing energy like this, like this, like this. So every time they are releasing the energy. At the particular point what happened, at this particular point it is having minimum potential energy. Minimum potential energy, that minimum potential energy point is known as lattice energy. Till that time only it is how much amount of energy, every time it will be losing its energy here for every interaction. But at the particular minima here it is having minimum potential energy that is equal to that released energy. Now that is nothing but lattice energy. Now see here, at this particular point atoms are close to each other here. Between these some distance will be here between the atoms, that is called R0. Now so this if you take here at this point, okay, now this is its projection here. Now let us talk about at the point, at this point the distance between the atom will be R0 here. Okay, now this is called distance of closest approach. Now, or else you need to talk about this is the like a what is the bond length also we can define this one. So this is called R naught. Okay, now they are very close to each other. But if you draw the but every curve you can draw the one. This is with respect to R only because this is potential energy. Graph is potential energy versus distance between the atoms only this one. Now if you draw one at this minimum, if you draw a one tangent, tangent gives what? Slope. Now slope is nothing but generally you know that here y by x is called slope. Y is equal to m by x. Sorry. This is y is equal to mx means m is equal to y by x. Or this is also known as tan theta. Tan theta is equal slope is equal y by x. Now at this point what happened here? Y by x means here what is y? Potential energy. Now this is called distance. Okay. Now at this slope, what is the slope of x-axis? 0. X-axis slope 0 means the line which is parallel to x-axis also 0. But this tangent gives du by dr is called slope. This is nothing but so that is called slope. This is the du means what? Y here. Okay. Now r is nothing but what? Inter-ionic distance. Now du by dr gives what means this is the slope. Slope represents now this the tangent. The tangent slope we are defining. Why x-axis slope 0 means the line which is parallel to x-axis also 0. Now therefore du by dr is equal to 0. Now why we have defined this? Now we are going to describe about this. Students here. Now next let us talk about. We have the curve. Just now we have discussed du by dr. If r is equal to r naught, it becomes 0. R naught is called what? Just now as I discussed you. Now this is the potential energy graph at a particular distance at this point only. Now the distance between the atom is known as inter-ionic distance is known as r naught. So wherever the minimum energy these are possessing during that time, minimum potential energy is there, that is equal to lattice energy. So this lattice energy how much will be there at this time? So how closely they approach that distance is called r naught. Okay. Then at this r is equal to r naught only. R is equal to first before they are approaching a particular distance that is called r. R converting into r naught at that particular point only. So how much they are having the potential energy means these atoms are ions. Minimum potential energy they are possessing here that is equal to lattice enthalpy. Now see here du by dr is equal r is equal to r naught that is equal to 0. Why it is 0? Because if you draw the slope at this point here, because this is u, this is r. Now slope is nothing but dy by dx. dy by dx is nothing but slope. Here dy by dx is nothing but du by dr here. Du by dr means what? Here slope of this tangent du by dr we have taken at this point only. Slope of x-axis 0. Then line which is parallel to x-axis, this tangent slope also 0 here. Therefore du by dr yet r naught it becomes 0. Now let us start here. One very important thing. This u formula already we have written, that is u is equal or u total is equal minus a into Na Madelung constant into Avogadro number, then Z1 Z2 E square by R plus B into R power n. What will you do here? Differentiate this one with respect to x. Differentiate with respect to x. Now, if you differentiate with respect to x, then what happens here? Then du by dr is equal to, now one formula we know that here, this I am going to write minus a Na. Now z1 z2 e square, here r power 1, if you bring up it becomes r power minus 1 plus b into this you bring here up, it becomes r power minus n. But we know one thing. What do we know here? This is a u is a function in terms of r. Okay, dy by dx means what? What does it mean? Dy by dx meaning is y is a function which will be in terms of x. Here also u is a potential energy is a function which will be in terms of r. Okay, therefore we need to differentiate this one. But for this we know the one formula here, that is dy by dx x power n is equal n into x power n minus 1. This formula we must remember, then we need to apply this formula over here. Then with respect to this, so according to this formula, if you differentiate this one, what do we get here? Let us write here. According to this formula I am writing, but this value du by dr value at r is equal to r naught, what happened? 0. So this at r is equal to r naught, it is going to become 0, right? Now this value if you differentiate, what is the value we are going to get here? Now I am writing, so this will be, this I am changing, I am erasing this one. Now this if you differentiate, now this becomes du by dr becomes 0, 0 is equal, now this becomes, before you are putting the 0, this we need to differentiate here first. Now see here, this directly I am writing right now, then I am putting the 0, or else you can put 0 is equal, this if you differentiate n into x power n minus 1. Here r power minus 1 means this can be written minus 1 into r power minus 1 minus 1 means r power minus 2. So n means here, in place of n it will be here, n into x power n minus 1 means minus 1 into minus 1 means minus 2, minus here minus 1 you are writing, minus into minus plus. Therefore it becomes plus a na, then this becomes z1 z2, then this is e square, right? Now e square, this is r power minus 2, it will bring down means it will become square. Now at r is equal to r naught means in this everywhere wherever r is there, r we need to write here r naught, this place. Okay, now this also if you substitute here, now this becomes minus n. Okay, now r power b into r power minus n, b into, sorry it's enough, the space is not enough, just I will be erasing now. So this also I am erasing. Now see here, so du by this this I am differentiating means I am getting du by dr, or else I am putting the 0 here, 0 is equal, this if you differentiate, plus ana, next z1 z2 e square, here r power minus 1 means r power minus 2, you bring this side, it becomes r square, then plus here b into, now according to this formula, minus n, now again r power minus n minus 1, right? So this we will be writing like this, further 0 is equal, this is I am writing here ana z1 z2 e square by r square, sorry this you should write here r naught, because at this du by dr will become 0 at r is equal to r naught. So therefore ana z1 z2 e square by r square minus nb r minus nb by this becomes r naught square. Okay, now this we got here. Now we need to calculate the b here, empirical constant we need to find out. Therefore this is nb by r naught square is equal to ana Z1 Z2 square by this is R naught square, right? Now further we have to simplify this. Then we are getting, see here, NB means I want only B empirical constant I need to find here. Therefore this B is equal, we need to bring this side. Okay, now if you bring this side, then what happens here? Then A and A. Now this is Z1 Z2, this is E square by this is R naught square. Now this will become R naught square, means this becomes here R naught square. Sorry, this is R naught minus means this is, sorry, I made a mistake here. This is the R naught n plus 1 this, okay. Then it becomes R naught n plus 1 here, okay. Then here bring this side, it will become n here, right? Is equal A n A Z1 Z2 E square by n into R naught square into R naught n plus 1. This is the coefficient or empirical formula B we found here. So after finding this, what we have to do here? Let us calculate. Now further we need to simplify it. So this can be written something differently. See here, this we have to simplify this one. How we are simplifying this one? This can be written R naught n, okay, R naught n here, and this is the R naught square. Then what we have to do here? Let it be this. We need to substitute in the original equation. What is the original equation? U total is equal minus A n A Z1 Z2 E square by R means R naught plus, then we need to write here this is B by R naught power n. So this is actually total. R was there, I am putting R naught right now because I am going to substitute this B constant in this place, constant value. Now this I am going to substitute here. Then what I am going to, let us see right now. So U total is equal minus A n A, then Z1 Z2 E square by R naught plus, what is the B value here? You need to substitute A n A Z1 Z2 E square by n R naught square into, here already R naught power n is there, this we need to write. B is there, B we need to write here, sorry, this in place of B only we are writing. So this into R naught power n plus 1, right? So or else I will write some other place this one, then we can write very easily. So not properly visible. See here. So in this, U total is equal minus A n A Z1 Z2 E square by R naught. Then this becomes B means what? In denominator R naught n is there, that you write. B we have to substitute this value. What is the value? A n A Z1 Z2 E square by n R naught square into R naught n plus 1. So this value, this B value I substituted here in this. Then what we are going to get, this U total potential energy is equal, we need to take out the common here in this all values. Here R naught square you bring out here, this is the already, this is R naught power n is here, R naught power n cancel, okay. This is R naught square, here 1 R naught is here cancel, 1 R naught left over. Then if you simplify this one, then you will get minus A n A Z1 Z2, here this is E square. This if you take out common, this by R naught if you bring the common, then 1 minus 1 by n left over here. Because you know, in this what happened, this is R naught, this you need to, this is also R naught, R naught. This is R naught plus 2, this is R naught plus 1. Or this can be written R naught plus 1 into R naught. R naught plus R naught plus 1, R naught plus 1 get cancelled. So this can be modified here. This is if you write R naught plus 1, this one, this becomes left over R naught only. See here, so I am writing this one another way, R naught into, this is R naught plus 1. R naught plus 1, R naught plus 1 cancel, R naught left over. Take out the common R naught from this, and A N A Z1 Z2 is square. This whole term and this term we need to take out common. Then what is left over here? 1 minus 1 by this term n will be left over. See here that I have written. This is the total potential energy. Now let us talk about in this for alkali metals. For alkali metals, for alkali metal salts, Z1 is equal to Z2 is equal to 1. Because if at all cation and anion are having the alkali metal means what? Na plus, K plus, Rb plus, Li plus, they are having the plus 1 charge only. Therefore, Z1, Z2 value will become 1 only. Now, for alkali metal salt means like NaCl. Na means what here? Na suppose Zn plus 1. This is plus 1 only. Now this is Cl minus, this is minus 1. But only charge, magnitude of charge we are considering. Or else if you take this one, these values are equal to 1 only. Minus sign remains same only. Therefore, these values you need to put over here. Then U total is equal Z1 Z2 values 1. Substitute here. Then minus ANA E square by R naught 1 minus 1 by n here. Okay. Now in this again further simplification we want to do here. Then final formula will become, in the beginning I told you here electrostatic potential energy means 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught will come, that I am substituting here in final. U total is equal minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught ANA E square by R naught into 1 minus 1 by n. So this is the final formula of calculation of potential energy. Which potential energy? Minimum potential energy. This minimum potential energy is equal to lattice enthalpy. Now this is regarding lattice enthalpy. In this manner, Born and Lande, two scientists together, they worked on it. They have found like this. But according to these values, the experimental values are actually 775. If you take the NaCl lattice enthalpy minus 775 kilojoule per mole, it was found experimentally. But according to this Born-Lande equation, these people found that minus, according to this equation, for NaCl minus 778 kilojoule per mole they got. That means approximate values we are getting here in this. But approximately this theoretical value is theoretical calculated value is approximately equal to the experimentally observed value for NaCl, that is minus 775 kilojoule per mole. That's why it was not having that much importance. But instead of calculating these theoretical values, thereafter means around 1917, around during that time, Born and Lande they have proposed this equation. In all the IIT advanced textbooks also directly they have given this equation, and few things they are mentioning that is Madelung constant. Okay, and one more thing, some Born exponent and this kind of terms they mentioned there. Therefore, if you learn in a effectively, it will be something differently we can remember for a longer time. That's why I have derived this one. And see here, instead of this one experimental values, the same whatever the theoretical calculation which has been done by this Born and Landé scientists they have done. So after completion of this, the experimental calculation of this lattice energy will become much difficult, but which is based on Born-Haber cycle we are going to calculate, but which is a some lengthy procedure. But though we are going to do that also in next class. So thank you.